Going live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up? You're tuned into the one and only all-female sportscast. I'm Nyana.
And I'm Ashlyn.
And this is Girls Talk Game.
And today is our very first segment.
Yes, it is. I'm so excited.
I know.
I am so excited. It's been so long that we've been planning this, and it's finally here.
I know. I can't believe this is actually happening. This
Yes.
is so exciting.
I know. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into our first segment of the day, which is called Girl, Be So For Real. And Ashlyn thinks it's so funny. But so our first segment, I feel like this is kind of where we voice our grievances. So I have a grievance that I really want to voice. And it's honestly, when you're scrolling on TikTok and somebody died or passed away, it's but like it's a famous celebrity or somebody, and it's always from their prime, and always in the comments, it's always that one person. It's always
Wait,
like,
what are you talking about with TikTok?
listen. But it's always that one person in the comments of like someone who died, if they're posting a video or something, and they're always like, they had no business being gone. Like, yes, they did. What do you mean they had no? Everybody dies. Like, it
Right.
irks my nerves so bad. But like,
What is on your For You page?
everything? What's on yours?
Do y'all see those videos on TikTok that's like, spend the day with me or whatever?
A day in the life?
Yeah. Or people, I don't know. I haven't been on TikTok in a minute.
Really?
Because I've been busy. Work.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be something juicy.
No.
Okay, do you have a grievance to voice though? Am I the
Your
only
For
complainer?
You page should be a grievance.
I have some complaints, but I don't think I should say that.
Well, I said mine. You gonna leave me out? Leave me hanging?
It concerns. No, I can't say my grievances.
Okay. We're gonna say hers off camera. Okay, so we're gonna start us off our topic of today. If you guys, your first time meeting us, we both did cheerleading as our sports. Of course, we did other things growing up, but
Yeah.
cheer was kind of that main priority for us. And so the difference is Ashlyn did competitive cheer and I did
Yes.
school cheer, and there is such a big difference. I know a lot of people don't know what that is, so today we're gonna kind of dive deeper into that. So I kind of want to start off with you, Ashlyn. So we already said that you started cheer. So can you tell me, what is competitive cheer?
Competitive cheer is basically you are with a travel competition team, and it's usually through a gym. And actually, here in Jackson, I was with Jackson Cheer Company, and they have like a bunch of teams. So basically, you try out for the team. You get placed on whatever level they think is best for you. And basically, throughout the whole entire year, you do a routine over and over and over and over, and you go to different competitions and compete it. Most likely, we went to one at least every month.
Really?
Yes.
Was it like the same routine, or did you
Yes.
guys?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the same routine unless, our coaches thought we could do something a little bit more difficult, or there was something they just didn't like. But other than that, yeah, it was the same routine the whole entire year.
Oh, wow. So you said you did cheer here, and you're from the area. So
Yes.
was this something that your parents put you in when you were younger, or you chose it?
Okay, so I chose to do it. When I was younger, I did like so many things, and I know me and you have talked about this off camera, but we're
Yeah.
probably going to get into it today. That when you're young, you do basketball, soccer, softball, all that. And I was always interested in the gymnastics. Well, here's my quote. I wanted to learn how to do a backflip.
Okay.
That's what I told my mom. I was like, I want to learn how to do a cartwheel and a backflip. And she
should
said,
just
okay.
automatically cheer.
And she said, okay. Because I thought I'd, be the coolest kid on the playground if I could do that.
Yeah.
So then that's how it got started for me. And I did it since I was 10 until I was 18.
Wow.
Yes. So that is how I got into it. So it was kind of my choice. I kind of went and told her, hey, I want to be the coolest kid on the playground.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
Nyana, you also mentioned that you did cheer, but school
Yes.
cheer. So can you kind of just tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so school cheer is a lot different from what Ashlyn did. So I grew up in Haywood. So our school cheer, we'd had no competitions. We were strictly just at the football games, basketball games, and things like that. So what we did is we practiced maybe 2 times a week, I think, because I did it in middle school and high school. We practiced like twice a week, and then we went out and did the games. We did not stunt, and
Really, you did not
no.
stunt?
Maybe we did it like a little bit in high school, but not really.
Oh, wow. I thought you would have.
I know, but
Oh.
we didn't really. We did it sometimes school cheer does, but most times if you see the cheerleaders on the sidelines, that is what school cheer is. That's not competitive cheer at all. But then I went on to cheer in college, and I cheered all my 3 years because I graduated early. And that was an experience in its own, let me tell y'all. But that with college cheer, you actually do competitions, and you actually do more than just basketball and football. So it was a lot.
I guess I should have mentioned when I was talking about competitive cheer, and this is a quote that is stuck in my mind that's really different than competitive cheer and school cheer. This is the difference. Competitive cheer is not, there's no props, there's no pom-poms, there's no football team, there's no basketball team, there's none of that, there's no sideline. It's just you competing against other teams. So I guess I should have said that earlier, but now that you bring it up, that you were on the sidelines and cheering, that's kind of, I guess, the difference that we're trying to get to.
Yeah, and there are some teams, some high school or middle school teams, that actually do competitions too, but also do school cheer. So it's kind of like different avenues that you can take with the sport.
Yes, there are so many. Because I know with competitive cheer, it's split up into 7 different levels. You go from 1 to 7, and as it gets more difficult the higher you go. So with school cheer, I don't know. I guess that's how you could say it's different too.
Yeah. Have you ever done school cheer?
No.
Okay.
Never. I always enjoyed the competitive part of it more. I think it's because I'm a competitive person.
Yeah. I totally understand that. Well, I also wanted to ask you, cheer is a sport where a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about it. So what are some of the common ones that you typically see or that you typically have heard of?
Well, I guess people don't really see behind the scenes of how much goes into it. And they think that it's just, oh, you're going to go out there and shake your butt, basically.
Yeah.
Because that was the concept of it for a long time until it started changing and getting more modernized. It's just people don't understand what we do behind the scenes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because nobody really said anything to me personally or anything
It's just,
like that.
common things that people just think.
But common things people think that, they're just the cheerleaders, like.
Yeah.
No.
And it doesn't get the recognition
Yeah.
compared to the work that you put in.
Right.
Well, and it's very athletic.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta be fit. Right?
Yes.
Let's talk about that
Yes.
too.
I mean-
Talk about the fitness and conditioning that you guys had to have with competitive cheer.
Okay.
Moment of silence.
It really was a moment of silence because, well, the stuff that we did, it wasn't really weight training or anything like that. It was more of cardio because
Okay.
our condition, our routine was just go, go, go. Like you had to have that stamina with your cardio. So we would basically, get out there and run, and then we would do burpee. That was a
I
big
hate
one.
burpees.
That was a big one, y'all. Coach Holly, if you're watching, I remember those burpees. So I remember doing the burpees every time we messed up. And she got really mad. I remember that. And I'm thankful that we did it.
Yeah.
But it was the burpees. Let's see. What else did we do? Bear crawls. But yeah, it was a lot of cardio. But you were telling me earlier, Nyana, is that when you did college cheer, it was more maybe strength training.
Yeah, so of course we have to do conditioning too, but we more did conditioning on certain days, like 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the mornings before classes. So we would be out on the football field, and my coach at the time was she used to run track, so we used to do track workouts at 8 a.m. in the morning. And it was rough, but it kept us in shape. And we also had strength and conditioning coaches in college too. So we built up a lot of muscle. Like my freshman year alone, because in high school, I did not lift weights at all. My freshman year alone, I came home with 20 extra pounds of muscle.
Wow.
I was pissed. I stepped on that scale and I gained 20 pounds. I was so upset. Like,
Yes, and I think that's another thing. Now that you start talking about that with cheerleading, that is another, I guess, another misconception. Going back on what it was, is that cheerleading, it really does make you think about your body that way.
yes.
Like and being a woman, and you're like, but I don't look, 20 pounds heavier. But it's like the muscle, and then obviously you have girls who are really skinny and can flip and very easily and all that, but I guess that's one of the misconceptions too, is the body dysmorphia part of it.
Another thing is that with that weight as well, is like you get one uniform. Well, you get
Yes.
multiple different uniforms, but you
Yes.
get one size at the
Yep.
beginning of the season, and you have to stay that same size the whole season.
Yep.
So it's like you cannot afford to gain weight, because do you know how much those cheer uniforms
Oh,
cost?
let's talk about this. Okay, because granted, I was fortunate enough that my parents paid for it, but I remember our uniforms were like $300, close to it, or maybe more.
Yeah,
I
because
don't remember the exact.
Because you got to think what all goes into it. It's the shell top, right?
Yep.
Then you have the skirt.
Yep.
Then you have Spanx, which are the shorts that go under it. You have the liners that go on your arms, the bows, different color bows, socks, shoes. Those sheer shoes, hey.
Yeah.
Like every stuff costs, and that's not even half.
And I think you mentioned, the liners and stuff with your uniform. Mine was totally different. With competitive cheer, when you move up to, I guess I can get into this later, but there are different age groups with competitive cheerleading. It goes from, let's see if I remember, because there's so many. It's like tiny division, mini division, youth, junior, and then senior. So until you get to the senior level, you're in like a one piece, like
a dress
bodysuit,
type?
like a
Or-
bodysuit
okay.
that you would have to snap, and then you would pull the skirt over it.
Ew.
But
No offense.
but once you got to be in the senior level, we had like the two piece,
Yeah, the
like
crops.
Yeah, like the crop tops. And it was just like bedazzled out,
Yes.
and all that. And then
I
the
love
bows.
you guys' uniforms. Like, competitive cheer uniforms are top tier.
Yeah. So now that you mentioned that, I was like, oh wait.
Because the material is different with you guys
Yes.
too. It's like is it more spandex or something?
Yes, it's definitely way stretchier. Like it reminds me of Nike Pros.
Okay, yeah.
Like, but thicker. Like a little
I know,
thicker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because ours, it's thick and it's not stretchable at all. It's like,
Yeah.
because you struggle to get into it like football players would to get into
I couldn't
their
imagine
things.
Nyana trying to struggle into her.
Sometimes you need help, let me tell you. Somebody got to come over and help me put it on. It was rough.
Oh yeah, that would happen to me too. Like when I was in the junior division, when you're young and you can't snap your
Yeah.
bodysuit, and it's so embarrassing.
And
you're
someone would have to come
Yes,
and, oh.
I would have to be like, Mom, you gotta snap my body. But yeah. So
That is crazy. Okay, so we talked a little bit. You mentioned it a little bit, but how was the gymnastics aspect of competitive cheer as well?
So a lot of people may not understand this, but gymnastics and cheerleading have totally different skills. With the tumbling part of it, which tumbling is basically, if you don't know, is the flip part. Gymnastics is very much more almost like dance.
Yeah.
Like, would you say it would be more like dance? Like,
Well, they have a floor routine.
Yeah, but
So
they
that
kind
I would,
of they have like more of
Like
like
the
a ballet,
flare, yeah.
or like a, but there is some alignment there, but with the gymnastics part, I mean, it was a lot easier. I give those gymnastics people credit because they doing those bars and beams and
Yeah.
not like like
They can have
forget it.
that.
They can have it. But I don't really think there was much difference besides I guess the dancerish part or the ballet part, that gymnastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you guys, because I believe you guys have a different mat that you use, which is
Yeah.
the mat that's on the ground, because we use a hard mat.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
use spring
woo!
floor.
Oh, girl, I'm
That-
praying
let
for
me tell
you
that
right
mat
there.
is rough. But you guys
Yeah.
use spring floor.
Yes.
So can you tell them, like, what is spring floor? What's the difference?
So the difference between what Nyana called was a dead mat, the difference between a dead mat and a spring floor is basically how it sounds. Is the spring floor actually has springs up underneath it, and it helps you bounce and go higher and help you flip, basically. Nyana had the hard way,
Yeah.
landing on dead mat, which is basically just a foam mat that you lay out on a gym floor. Right.
Yeah, you
had
might
it on
as
a gym
well just
floor.
be flipping on,
Yeah,
like,
you might as
concrete.
well just be flipping in our studio right now. Dead mat is a lot harder on your joints, is what I've heard. So spring floor, I feel like really helped us with that.
Yeah. And I think that you guys with spring floors were able to do a lot more.
Yeah.
Especially with tumbling. Because you can do a double full.
Yes.
You can do a lot more, because I wouldn't dare try that on a dead mat. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, there were people. We had a guy on our squad.
it must
And
be nice.
He actually was able to do a double tuck on the spring
Really?
floor. Yeah. It was insane.
It's insane to me how good guys are at flipping. Like, they're just
Yeah.
naturally good at it.
Yep.
And it's just like, I wish, like,
Yep.
give me that talent.
So with the competition aspect with you in school cheer, how would you say that's different than competitive cheer?
Well, collegiate cheer competition is divided into two different divisions, first of all. So when I first came onto the team, it was a lot different, because they were an NCAA team, which is the National Collegiate Association,
Yep.
and they competed in Florida. Did they compete?
In Daytona?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Daytona.
Daytona,
They
yeah.
compete in Daytona in, I think, about April, but theirs is more of the competitive cheer style. So
Okay.
that's what NCAA is, and a lot of college teams do that. But my coach switched us over to UCA, which is
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. So that we competed in Disney every year
Oh, so did I.
at the ESPN, and so with that, it's more like game day cheer. So we had a game day routine where we go out, perform. It's like we're performing in front of like a pep rally, things like that. More complex, but it was like that. We also had different divisions, different categories, but we're going up against big teams, like big schools. Like,
What schools would you say?
so like one of the biggest schools that is with UCA is Morehead State. Have you ever heard of?
Is that in Alabama?
In Kentucky.
Oh, I was close enough. Because I
But-
was like, wait, I've heard of Moorhead before, but I think there's two. Because I've
Yeah.
heard one in Alabama too, maybe. I don't know.
But they're one of the biggest cheer teams. I don't know much about the school, but I know that they win a lot of competitions when they go to UCA. Not only them, but UGA, so good. That's Georgia or West Georgia. One of them. Look, if I'm getting y'all names wrong, I'm so sorry. But there are big schools that are there. Kentucky State. All of the big name schools are typically usually there. All the ones that do game day are usually there, and we also see them at camp too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys go to camp. Okay.
Which is a whole
Whole other story.
yeah, story for another time, you guys. But as far as competition, competing with them, our divisions, you mentioned your divisions, but ours are divided into It's not divided into skill level, but it's divided into size. So we were small all-girl team. So we had no boys, so we competed against other like small all-girl teams, which is typically like 20, I think, 20-ish or under 20 people on the team.
I think that's right because ours is kind of like that as well, where they've changed it now. All-Star Cheerleading has changed their rules so much, but I think it's because it's extra small,
Yeah.
and then medium, and then large.
Yeah, because it's not fair to go against like
Yeah.
a large team when you only got 5 people on the team, you know? So yeah, they have that, but then they also have co-ed. They have a lot. If you have one boy on the team, you're immediately
automatically
co-ed.
co-ed.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with us is we had only one boy, and you are automatically co-ed.
And it makes like the difficulty level goes way up. And it's just, kudos to y'all. First of all, kudos to y'all. But I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about the stunning aspect of what
Okay.
you guys did too.
There was a lot of stunting. That was my favorite part because it was
Same.
really kind of what all I did. There was a lot. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about skills and where skills are put. When I started out, I was on level 2, which is, like I said, it was levels 1 through 6 at the time, but they've changed it to 7 now. So I was on level 2, and basically with level 2, there's not much cool to it besides, like going to up here on one leg or
Like a lip.
like a lib on one leg.
Okay.
And literally a lib is basically you just pull your knee up.
So were you in the air or were you?
No,
Okay.
heck no, heck no. I was a back spot.
Same.
You were
Okay,
too? Yeah,
yes.
because we were kind of, you're
Tall.
not that much shorter than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Because most girls are like, ugh.
Yeah.
No offense, Melissa.
But
I could hide better.
But yeah, so I was a back spot, and basically with the stunting aspect, it was there was a lot to it, and then level 2, you could only do like 2-foot extension and then all of that. But then I moved up to level 3. Level 3 is a lot hard, or it's a big jump.
Yeah.
I'd say that is the biggest jump.
From level 2 to level 3?
Yeah. Because I also jumped from 3 to 4, which there's not really much I don't think there's that much difference between 3 and 4. There is to what you can and can't do, obviously. But stamina and difficulty wise, there is a big jump from 2 to 3. So then when you go to 3, it's a lot more difficult that people are actually standing up in an extension all the way up on one leg. You're spinning. You couldn't do that in level 2 yet. So I'd say the biggest jump is between 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you guys do any pyramids and things
Oh,
too?
yeah.
So
yeah.
what was like the
Oh, Lord.
what was the hardest pyramid that you
The
ever had
hardest
to do?
pyramid? I wouldn't say any pyramid I've ever done was hard.
Really?
No, because with college cheer, though, I feel like y'all do a lot.
Of pyramids.
Yeah, and I feel like the way college cheer does it, it's a lot more difficult. But with us, like, I don't think it was ever that difficult.
So what was like, because our main thing, because game day cheer, everybody wants to see like, oh, this big pyramid, oh, they're flipping, they're,
Yeah.
up in the
Okay,
air. But
but
like, what was you guys' like big,
big finale.
yeah.
I mean, it was kind of like the same aspect that you say, like flipping and stuff. People, the flyers would grab hands and they'd flip, and all that you normally see. But that was kind of the gist of it.
Okay.
Which, like I said, but also Nyana, now that you bring that up, you mentioned game day cheer. Can you kind of explain what game day cheer is?
Yes. So it's really kind of for all the people who, when you go to a game and you see the cheerleaders on the sidelines or anything like that, that's game day cheer. You go to a game, it's not your game, kinda, but you know, it's a football game or it's a basketball game, and you're on the sidelines, and your job is to work the crowd, basically, get them hyped up, and you also perform. You know, we performed during different quarter changes, and we also performed at halftime. And we also did not do away games either, which was another thing. I know some colleges do it, but we were D2.
Okay.
So we didn't go to our away games. We mainly did other stuff on the weekends. But game day cheer is basically just spent hyping up the crowd, keeping the crowd engaged so they can keep the players pumped up. Because when the crowd gets dead, the players, like their mood is affected by that too. So that's kind of our job with game day cheer.
Well, now I feel like we should talk about injuries.
Woo! How many injuries have you had? Because I know I've had a few.
How many have I had?
Yeah, if you can count them.
I've dislocated my knee like 5 times. No, I'm being so serious.
I know.
I'm being so serious. I've hit my head against another, on the back of a girl's head. My nose went like that. Blood went flying.
Yeah.
I've had girls fall, on me when stuff just happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause you
And
right
my
there
neck
because
went like that and like cricked, and it was really bad. It hurt. But
I was gonna say we were both back spots. Which back spot is the person who's at the back of the stunt who helps lift it up and also catches the body, basically.
if she's falling, you gotta be there.
Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about is like the injuries that back spots get because you're the only person back there
Right.
is a lot different than what like someone else would get.
And the fact is, if she's falling, she's gonna fall right on top of you.
Yeah.
And you just gotta accept it.
And there have been many times
And just
where
hope. And I loved the girls that I had every single year. They were great girls, but when they were falling, I knew it was happening, and I was like, I love you too much to let you hit the ground. So here, you're just gonna fall on top of me, I guess. So,
and then it's like when they hit your chest, it's like all the air
yeah.
just comes out. It's like,
yeah. And I know they feel extremely bad afterwards. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm
they're
so
always
sorry.
apologizing.
And
Look,
I'm like,
I don't
you
want
know
to hear
what?
it. I don't want to hear it.
It's like, you know what? It's our job, though.
Yeah, but
So,
we
at the
were
same
like
time,
the same size.
I'm like, but
yeah, I'm hurting. Like, I don't wanna make you feel better when I'm hurting so bad,
right.
So it's like, yeah, I know you didn't mean it, but like, come on.
Yeah. So, Nyana, what injuries have you had?
I've had a few. I probably forgot so many, but I know I had 2 concussions in 1 year of college.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was rough. One of them, like, everybody saw me fall down at a game. Rough.
You fell down in a game?
Girl, oh my God. So we were doing a basket, which is
let's go.
Like, I hate baskets with a passion.
Okay.
But we were doing a basket, and my flyer, bless her heart, like she was doing a back tuck basket, which is basically what you think it is.
Yeah.
Like you see somebody doing a back flip on the ground, well, they're doing it in the air, and I'm the only person back there. So when we threw her
already think I know
up,
where this is going.
yeah, when we threw her up, it's like she went back.
Yeah.
And not by much, but just enough that her head was like on top of my head, like right here. So she's flipping literally on top of me. And when she came down right on me.
Oh, gosh.
I blinked, we both on the ground.
Right.
And then, the rest is history.
Yeah, because see, a lot of people don't realize when you're actually throwing a human body in the air, like you just described,
Yeah.
you just got to sit there and pray. Like you really do, because with baskets like that, now that you mention it, people get knocked out all the time.
Yes.
A lot of people don't understand the technicality of it. Is they just think, oh, they just go up in the air and flip backwards.
And it takes a lot of technique.
It takes a lot of work, a lot of practice, a lot of technique to do. So basically, that you describe that, and you say, oh, the backflip basket. Mm-hmm. Well, let's tell people how you're really supposed to do it, because there is a lot of technique that goes into it.
Yes.
And it's that basically the girl you are throwing in the air is supposed to stand all the way up until you get to the top and then flip. Mm-hmm. People just think, oh, you just go for it. No, because if you do,
then
you're gonna get extremely hurt. And so it also takes a lot of time with baskets to perfect.
Yeah, and you have to have a certain chemistry with the group that you're doing it with as well, because all of you need to go on the same time. And if one side goes
too early, you've already messed it up.
If one side goes too early, then she's flipping the other way, or she's going the other way. So it's like, it's weird. You have to be on perfect timing, in perfect sync, which is kind of with every stunt that you do.
Yes, because
like everybody has to work perfectly.
And I knew that that was a lot of our thing during the summer. Mm-hmm. When we practiced during the summer, that was our coach was trying to figure out who worked with who best, who did what best, and I think that takes a lot of time to figure out who works with who best, basically.
So I have a question. Have you ever been in a stunt where you and that other person, or maybe the other two people, did not get along well, or something happened?
No, I don't think I ever disagreed with anybody. Mm-hmm. I think that's what I'm thankful for, that I was at the place I was at. We all got along all the time. Except, we had siblings on the team and they would bicker sometimes. But I mean, they're siblings at home. There was actually 2 sisters and then her brother and a sister. Mm-hmm. But other than that, they got along most of the time. We all got along most of the time. Except if somebody got really upset that, they were messing up and they were taking it out on everybody else. Mm-hmm. Or they thought that somebody else was messing up and they're just so competitive that, they act that way. Mm-hmm. But I'd say I with the people that I was with every single year, I never had a problem.
I don't think I've ever had either. But mine was more like, I didn't have a problem with anybody in my stunt group. I was always like the unproblematic one, even on the team.
Yeah, but I was so unproblematic. Yeah, like I would just sit there and be like, "Here I am today. What are we doing today?"
But then it's like sometimes it's like you'll peep another stunt, and it's like you might have to keep doing reps because they keep falling. Yeah, and so it's like you'll get irritated with that, and it's like you're tired, they're tired, but you got to keep going until everybody gets it right. And it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, and they're irritated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, oh my God. I had a question, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, blank.
I literally had a question.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you ever think about quitting?
Did I ever think about quitting? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and what happened with that?
So actually there was a period in time where I did quit for like a month, and it was during COVID.
Are you living my life? Because I quit too.
It was the summer of COVID. I had, I guess, some things like happen the year before that, I was just like kind of upset about. But, yeah, so I decided that I was going to not do it anymore, which was stupid. Because I called them back up like a month later and was like, hey, like, can I please come back to this? And they were like, yes. Mm-hmm. So did I ever think about quitting? Yes.
I feel like mine was, I thought about quitting college cheer every day, but it was more so on like his injuries and all the work that went into it. But, I stuck it out. I also got a scholarship. But high school cheer, I definitely did quit. We changed coaches one year, and me and him, that was my first time having a male coach. Me and him bumped heads so bad.
Really?
Yeah. Keep in mind, I'm usually the unproblematic one on the team, but me and him, like, I've never got into it with a grown person so bad to where it's just, and he ruined our senior night He ruined our senior night. He wouldn't let us perform. I'm still a little bit mad about that. But we couldn't perform our senior night dance, which is kind of like the last thing that you get to do as a senior.
Yeah.
So
What was his
definitely
excuse
walked
for
out.
that? I mean, like, why would you even take that away?
I don't know.
Yeah, what was his
We were
problem?
literally lined up in the gym, like on the sideline, waiting for the music to come on because we're about to like come out.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, he like went to the DJ and told them not to play our song. That we're not performing, and we're literally right there.
Oh, and I remember my question now that I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Okay. Did you feel that you had any people on your team that, you know, were cliquey or had...
Absolutely.
Okay.
I feel like
Let's
every
go
team has
there.
cliques.
Yes. Okay. Because we say, you know, we're the ones that were unproblematic, which I feel like I talk to everybody.
Yeah. And I feel like when you're unproblematic, you
Yeah.
kind of like
I
can
kinda
roam
made my
around
way-
and talk to everybody.
I made my way around in every single group there, every clique, every group there was. I made my way around. I
Yeah.
talked to everybody, but I was just wanting to know if you
Yeah.
also experienced maybe some cliques.
I think there are always cliques. And I'm not talking about the ones that you see on TV, like when you're watching
When
like
you-
an
they
old
think you're-
Disney show or something like
Like
that.
they're not mean or anything.
No,
It's just
they can be.
They can be, but they're not mean. They're just that's who they stick around.
Yeah. And it's like some people just click better together, and then some people don't want extra friends. Like they've
Yeah.
already made their friends.
Right.
So sometimes it's like that too. But yeah, I was definitely just with everybody, honestly.
That's how I felt too. That's how I felt too.
So I know for you to do cheer for like 8 years, because you said from like 10 to 18.
Yeah, I was about. Let me think. I started in 2000.
Don't tell your age now.
Don't tell my age.
Yeah, you don't want to tell your age. You're not supposed to tell your age.
Okay, so I started in. I'll just say years. I started.
They're
in,
going to figure it out.
I started in 2015. 15 or 16. I can't remember which one. But I think I was about 10 or 11 when I
Okay.
started.
And so did you, like, what made you fall in love with cheer? Like, what made you think, like, this is my sport?
I think I just liked it so much because I liked the people. I liked what I was doing. I wasn't bored constantly. Because that was my issue is that, you know, I would play a sport like softball or something and I would just get bored with it, which no offense to you softball players out there. But I would just, I'm that type of person where I'm always have to be moving. I'm always having to do something.
Yeah.
And I just, like, I felt that was what drew me in.
Okay, wow. I don't even
Yeah,
know
what
if I
made you
was
start?
ever in love with cheer,
Do
honestly.
you really?
I don't know if I ever was. I think it was just something that I did.
As like a
Like, I'm good at it,
like
so
an
why not do it?
extracurricular
Yeah.
activity.
Speaking of which, did your parents make you do an extracurricular? Like, was it something like your parents, like, choose an activity?
No, mine didn't.
No.
They didn't make you have, like, an extra...
My mom wanted me to.
Okay.
She wasn't forcing it on me, but also at the same time, she kind of wanted me to. So
Mine didn't really get a chance to kind of force me to do anything because I was always like, I'm finna do this. Or like, I want to do this. And she's just like, okay. So it's like, you know, she stuck through it with me every single year. She used to tell me to quit too.
your mom.
Absolutely. She used to be so mad every time I had an injury, every time.
Let's talk about our moms with this because my mom is the one that would get very, what's the word? Like stressed out
Okay.
at like competitions. Like she wouldn't try to show it, but we all knew you were.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't trying to stress me out. But she did enjoy it. It's just she just would get very stressed out and make
Yeah.
sure that she had everything. And now that, so how would your mom?
My mom had 2 girls, but she acts more like a boy mom. So she's more of like oh, I know you can do it. Don't even worry about it. And then she just like chills. Like, then I tell her how we did, and she's like, I told you. And like, that's how she is.
And now that I think about it, because this had just came into my mind, was there any rituals? Because I knew that we did, rituals that you did before you competed or did anything?
Honestly, no, because the first time I competed was like my freshman year, and I was kind of like very new to it. Like every team that we had, because as the seniors leave, you get like new people. We had like our own things that we used to do every time that was unique to our team. But as far as like individually, no, because my first year, I was like trying to figure my way out because I'm a freshman. I don't know anything.
Oh yeah, I remember
Then
that.
my sophomore year, I competed with a concussion, so I didn't have time to do all that. And then my senior year, I don't know what happened my senior year. It was just a blur, honestly.
Well, I will tell you that every time that...
Were you like one of those people who didn't wash their socks?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm talking like energy drinks.
As a kid?
Yes.
What do you
like,
need energy drinks for?
I needed it.
You should have been bouncing off the wall as a kid.
Oh, I was, and I needed it for that day because I would drink like those pink monsters.
Yeah.
Every competition, yeah.
That's insane.
Every time.
What about practice? Did you need an
Oh,
energy drink?
no, I wouldn't do that.
You just need extra energy
But I
for
just
that.
needed extra energy for that.
Okay, that brings me to something that another misconception, my goodness, but is that a lot of people think just because you make it look easy, that it's easy. But that's a tough skill to sell.
Yeah.
Like when you're dying, and you have to keep that smile on your face, or you have to keep your hair intact. It's rough.
Yeah, I competed with COVID. And that was horrible.
Wait a minute, because you have a team right beside you.
Nobody knew about it until now. Nobody knew about it until now.
Girls talk game confessions.
Literally.
Yeah, girl talk games confession.
Your old teammates are gonna watch this back and
They're
think
gonna be
why
like,
they
oh
got
shit.
sick.
But I feel like they could totally tell because I was dying.
Okay.
But like you had to keep going, like like, oh, it was horrible. And I remember I came off the floor like I thought I couldn't breathe. I was like, I can't. I was like,
And I feel like not only just being a woman, but doing cheer kind of taught us how to hide how we feel and just to, and also, not to take things as serious. Like, we compete with injuries. So it's like when we get hurt or something happens, it's like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, I've done worse.
yeah.
So I feel like that's like a big thing with cheer.
When I like hurt myself and I'm like, oh, that hurt. No, it really doesn't. Because you've been through so much other stuff.
Yeah. But then what about you as a woman? Like, what about how you navigate life now? Do you typically like brush stuff off because you don't think like it's a big deal because of like you've been through worse or things like that?
Yeah, I guess I'd say so. I think what cheerleading taught me was to keep putting in the work in everything you do. Like the hardworking, I think that's what it taught me more than anything is to be hardworking. I mean, I'd say like, I'd look back on competitions now and be like, oh, we had a fall that day and I thought it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
But now you look back on it, and I guess that is kind of how it taught me, like, okay, really? Like, you're going to get that upset over that. There's nothing you can change
Honestly,
about it.
it is the end of the world in that
honestly,
moment.
it really kind of is. But, like,
Do
now
you know how
you
much
look at it.
points they take off?
Yeah, a lot of points. Yeah. But I'd say that, I guess I would kind of agree that, oh, yeah, it didn't really matter that much.
I think that I definitely take that into my life now. Because, like, even going through work, it's like, when we do all those calls or, like, we can't get anybody to get an interview. It's like, it's rough.
Yeah,
But at
and
the
you're
same
just,
time,
like, so mad. I know Nyana has seen me very peed off because I have to call people and they don't want to interview, and it's
It's a
just
struggle.
extremely frustrating. And I've come busting down that hallway like I'm so mad right now. Nobody wants to talk, but I would say with that it really doesn't matter now at this point because
Yeah. I think the way I handle it is like, I feel like cheer taught me to like just roll with the punches. So it's like stuff
Really?
is gonna keep happening and keep happening.
Yeah, I guess I
and
can see
I'm
that,
just
yeah.
gonna like, I usually just let it roll off of me. I will get quiet, but I won't voice it out loud.
See, I think
So.
that's how me and Nyana differ because, like, you're quiet. You don't voice that you
Like my grievances.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
but me, like, I'm coming down the hallway, like, oh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we definitely handled it different, but that's all right.
yeah,
You know?
that's what makes us good hosts here.
Hey. But I also want to ask you, we talked a little bit about the differences between game day and also competition. So what is competition season? Because I know it differs between like our seasons.
So I know that we had a showcase usually in October. And that was just, for the community to come out, see the routines before we went and competed them. Competition season starts for us in about November. That's when the first competition is. And it lasts all the way until March, UCA. But we don't go to the UCA that Nyana went to. We went to the UCA International Championship. It was All-Star. So when you see UCA All-Star, that was what we went to. It was also in Disney. But yeah.
Did y'all perform in front of the castle?
Yes.
Oh, I
at
love-
the HB Fieldhouse.
yes.
Yes. Yeah. My senior year, I got to do that.
Okay.
The other years before that, we were in the other ones. I don't remember what they were called, but they were also
Yeah.
on the ESPN World of Sports.
It's just like a little farther down.
It's like
Yeah.
a little further down. It was another building, but yeah. Where was I? I was going back to how long our competition season is.
Yeah.
November to March.
Okay. Wow. So when did you guys typically start practicing?
So it's really kind of almost a year-round thing. We would have tryouts, the season would end in March when that was our last competition. And our last competition would usually be like the UCA because it was the biggest one.
Yeah.
So then we'd have like a month and then we would have tryouts maybe April, May. It was usually April to start the new season again, just so we could go ahead and start getting in and working. And then we would practice, conditioning or stuff that we may have put in the routine and stuff like that, the technique part of it through the summer. And then at the end of the summer, they would start choreographing the routine and start putting that together. And so then we would have that together. And then August until March, we would just practice that routine over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah. It gets repetitive.
Yes, but it was really fun. That's what I liked about it.
Okay. Ours was more, we kind of like had a joke, like my team was just like, we get no days off, which we didn't. We were lucky to get a Sunday off, but, and if we did, it would be like something light. We have to do a fundraiser or something. But we typically went from, let's say, the end of July, because that's camp. No, so like mid-July, because we have to practice before we go to camp. So then we go all the way up until we compete in January. And then that's basketball season. So you go compete, come back, straight into the games. Basketball season will end with March. And then she may give us like a week off. And then we start back practicing so we can get conditioned for tryouts. Because you have to try out every year.
Yes.
And once you make it to tryouts, then she gives you like 2 days off. And we're back into practicing. And then we get maybe like a month in the summer.
Wow.
Rough.
Wow.
It was rough. But with school cheer, we didn't have like as long as you guys did to like perfect our routine. Some schools do, but like when you have like football and basketball to games to go to, you have to also prioritize practicing for those too. So it's like you don't have as much time as you think to practice and to get everything perfect for the competition. It's rough.
Right.
It's rough, but let's see. I'm thinking of one last question to ask you. I feel like this has to be a good one.
Okay.
I feel like we talked about that. You guys, I have like a full list. I came prepared.
I didn't.
We're gonna be like switched the next one.
Yeah, we do. Hopefully, I'll
It
come.
could be the new game. Whose cue card's blank?
Who's more prepared?
Who is more prepared this time? Because it was not me today.
Ashlyn's been in court all
I've
week.
been in
so-
court. I hope y'all saw that, but yeah, I've been in court all week. So I apologize that I'm here unprepared. Okay.
You're all good. We couldn't even tell. Okay, last question for you today.
Okay.
Is what's the most stressful thing? Is it like hitting a stunt? Was it learning a routine fast, or keeping a smile on your face even though you're in
learning
pain?
a routine.
Really?
Immediately learning a routine.
Out of everything,
Were you not finished?
keeping a smile like when you're in pain, you feel like
Oh no. Well, that's pretty hard because keeping a stunt, okay, but like learning a routine can be hard sometimes because ours is constant movement,
Yeah.
movement. And it's like, oh crap, where am I going now? Where am I going now? Where am I going now? What motions am I supposed to be doing while I'm
Yeah.
moving? So I'd say that was pretty difficult, but also I just have such a high pain tolerance, and like I said, I dislocated my knee 5 times, so pain like didn't really bother me.
okay. So yours is definitely that. I think mine would definitely have to be like pretending that I'm okay.
Really?
Like keeping that smile on my face, because I'm such a big complainer. I will complain
you
about I will complain about the air quality. Like,
Nyana does complain sometimes, guys, but it's okay. We love her.
and I have no shame in my game. One thing about it, if I feel a type of way, you're gonna hear it.
I do it
So,
too because
it took
sometimes
so much to keep that in.
Yeah, sometimes we complain together.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, this happened. But yeah, I'd say that's a pretty valid answer though.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other questions?
No, I think we got pretty good.
Yeah. I think that we did.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us in our first episode of Girls Talk Game. And stay tuned because we're going to drop these every 2 weeks. So
On Thursday, right?
Yeah, on Thursday. So be on the lookout for the next one to drop as well. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Bye, y'all.